tried Zenless Zone Zero when it first came out. Wasn't that into it. But there was a certain character I saw that I said I would always come back to it the moment they released.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Hey you! Quit staring at me like I'm a kid!
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
What the hell is this? God, this is why I hate Gacha. Anyway, I sort of have a weird history with Zenless Zone Zero. First of all, this is just my opinion on the game, and I'm just describing my experience with the game, so I'm not trying to say this is like the definite experience of how everybody should feel. But for me, ZZZ feels slightly better, but still the same game. Recently, the game had a 1.4 update, and it's a massive update that's supposed to like be addressing all the issues that players have had, certain criticisms and stuff. And while this update feels exactly like what an average ZZZ player needs for them to feel like it's a whole new game, I'm not sure if newer or returning players will notice too much. At least that's how I feel. For reference, I barely play Gacha games aside from like the Hoyo games. I played Genshin Impact, and I'm playing Wuthering Waves right now, and I'm playing ZZZ. That being said, I play a lot of anime games with Gacha mechanics in them, and I just can't seem to escape these, so I figure let's make YouTube videos about it. Also, sorry if I don't understand every intricate aspect of this video game. There's lots of tutorials and hand holding in this game, and honestly, I couldn't deal with it. I skipped a lot of stuff, so I was just trying to grind from Miyabi, okay? Anyway, that being said, as a free-to-play who is at 161 pulls and still hasn't gotten the character, I think I feel like starting off with some of the negatives. First of all, if I could describe the Zenless Zone experience in 1 or 2 words, I would say it's a slow burn. Especially with the combat. The game starts off really slow to the point that you might think you've already got it figured out. Very simple mashy combos, 1 button for your basic attacks, 1 button for a skill, you can dodge and you can parry when you switch characters, and that's pretty much it. But if you stick with it, kind of like how I was forced to because of this banner, things will start to make more sense. Once you unlock more characters through the gacha, you'll unlock different playstyles. Eventually you'll land on something that fits you or feels right for you, and then the combat feels like it's more enjoyable. On the other hand, combat can start to feel mashy, repetitive, bullet spongy, and filled with DPS checks, so you gotta be constantly upgrading your characters. It's another complaint I have. Resource managing in this game feels ridiculous. And then again, I understand it's kind of hard to complain about this because all gachas are like this, but bro, you gotta upgrade your skills like talents from Genshin. Then you gotta upgrade your W engine, which is basically the weapons of this game. And those engines have combat discs, which all can be upgraded. 6 different slots for 1 W engine. Then there's upgrading the character themselves, and that's just 1 character. On top of that, you have a Bang Boo that can be upgraded. It's like a little pet. If you're a casual, this is a lot to keep in mind. Then again, this is like every gacha game. I'm just saying, it's been a while since I started playing gacha games. This is a lot. The menus, do I even really need to say anything about the menus?
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
And for the story, I would say it's a mixed bag. The game doesn't really have a cohesive A to B story. There's lore, there's world building, but it's pretty slice of life, and the plots are very surface level, very lighthearted. A lot of the characters are hardly ever in any real danger, and even if they are, it's never anything with any real consequences or anything that has you jumping out of your seat. But then again, the characters are very chill. It's a very lighthearted atmosphere. Like almost like a chill Saturday morning cartoon, filled with very quippy, cheesy, tame jokes. Me, I'm too grown for this, but I'm pretty sure if you are absorbed in the world, you like the way the characters look, you've bought into this world, then you might enjoy it. I've never liked slice of life anime, is what I'm trying to say. Now, for the positives to combat, I kind of touched on it a bit in the negative sides and hold it in, but I really do enjoy the different play styles you can get from different characters. The game starts off like it lacks real depth to ease you into the combat. It might do a little too good of a job of that, but once you get down the line, things start to become more enjoyable. There's lots of skill expression and thought behind the inputs rather than just mashing. For instance, my character, I like to call him Electric Child. He's this archer that switches from a bow to electric slashes, and he has a skill that leaves these blue orbs on the field. So once you aim down a sight and attack, you'll start to slash with the character, and each slash takes up an orb, and it's really fun just laying these orbs on the field and then consuming them to do big damage and just setting them up, switching characters, and yeah, it's just an addicting playstyle that I didn't really realize I would enjoy. I didn't know if I mentioned, but you get this guy free from the 1.4 update if you log in during it. So I can only imagine the different playstyles that I'll be unlocking the more 5 stars I get if I choose to stick with the game that long. Another positive is the aesthetic. This game is a spectacle. It's a marvel to watch, not only the cutscenes but your gameplay. I'm personally a fan of electric characters in all MiHoYo's game. I don't know, maybe it's something about the lighting that does it for me, but like even the way the lighting reflects off the monsters when you're fighting with electric characters, I think it's so badass. I think it's so cool, but that's just me. I love their animations. Characters have this bubbly, energetic movement. Every word and expression has weight to it, has feeling to it, and it's really an enjoyable watch, and it's some of the best animation choreography I've seen in gaming, let alone in 3D animation. Like, I would kill to see an actual anime with a good plot being animated like this. I could totally see a lighthearted anime Saturday morning cartoon being made in this style, or even like a movie if MiHoYo decided to ever do that. I think this would be the perfect style. That being said, I don't know if the actual stories themselves have that much substance. Like, I haven't tapped into 1.4's complete story, but if it's anything to go off of my main character, Electric Child here's event story, then I'm not missing too much in terms of the storytelling department. Character designs also look really great. However, there's a wide appeal of different character designs in this game that I'm not necessarily a fan of. Like, there's a ridiculous amount of young girls in this game. But when they decide to make a cool looking dude or a badass looking chick, then it looks cool. So I think the character designs are pretty tight for the most part. Also, the OST is pretty unique, has a lot of hip hop, trip, bass, dubstep type sounds. Very unique for a video game soundtrack. Most of it is not something I'm putting in my iPod, but it really fits the setting, especially in certain boss fights. Like, the animations mixed with the sounds and the OST and the voice acting, it delivers a really sweet product. In the end, this update made Zenless Zone Zero into the game that it was supposedly supposed to be on launch. You can now play with your characters in the overworld. There's a lot less TVs and a lot more game modes, but the core of the game is still there, some of which I have an issue with. I signed up to this game to dodge, parry, and hack and slash, not to read text for 20 years and to play around with tower defense or whatever game mode is in the latest event. Gacha gamers have a high tolerance for doing things they don't exactly want to do in that moment. So this might not be a deal breaker for a lot of hardcore gacha gamers, but for me, I can't see myself sticking with this game too long simply because it has me doing a lot of things I don't really feel like doing. As soon as I build my Miyabi, I'm good. Some suggestions I would have, like if they want to die on this hill of the TV mode and make it fun for players, maybe have it be more interactive, like actually have me running through the hollow even if it's just like an isometric table or something like that. Just make it more interactive, make it more visual. I feel like there could be a little more voice acting in this game. Am I crazy? Oyo makes billions and billions of dollars. I played a game called Nier Replicant for the PS4, and in that game, everybody was voice acted. Even the random NPCs were voice acted. So if Yoko Taro can put that stupid amount of Nier collab money to good use, then MiHoYo can put their stupid amount of lost 50/50s to use and add a little more voice acting, because I end up skipping a lot. If MiHoYo doesn't care to voice act it, I don't care to listen. That being said, if a lot of the fluff was cut out and the only story I had to witness was the occasional fluid cutscene mixed with these comic book style renditions, then I would be a very happy person. That's my opinion. Zenless 0, solid game, but could use a little bit of work still. Wait a minute.
Blood is evil? I'll determine that myself.
10 out of 10, best game ever.
God, holy shit, I've never tried this harder. Holy shit,